Superbook, great pictures. It's all about me, so how could it fail?
I kind of regret that after the other night. We'll get to that in just a moment. Konopka and Mike Brown, little something here.
Now, look, hold it, don't run it yet. People say, well, it's a silly thing he's showing here. Doesn't mean anything. I've seen a guy take his cartilage out. I've seen a guy pull his groin, been out for the whole year. When a fight starts, stepping on a stick and stepping on a puck. Now, watch this. Very, very important. You're going to laugh when I say. Now, watch, he steps on a stick. You can pull a groin there very easily. Very easily. Now, you see Miller at the bottom throw the glove. He doesn't go near the puck for obvious reasons. We won't say that's an inside joke. But watch, he steps on the puck at the end. It should have been there. It is there. Now, watch the puck. And watch the other players. Watch the Leaf players shoot it away. Because they know you can get hurt very bad. Now, watch, he even steps on the puck here. Really something. Boom. Anyhow, clear it away, you linesmen out there. Of course, there won't be any fighting in junior hockey or anything anymore. Anyhow, so it doesn't matter.
As you found out, it's not easy to put your foot down. You know, Don, you obviously came back with a bang here the other night. Any regrets?
No, well, maybe one with the puke stuff. For the kids listening to that, that's rude, and I shouldn't say it. And, you know, I'm still going to talk about fighting. It's a tough job. Don't get me wrong. And all you have to do is a tough guy on the team. All you have to do is think of Sean Thornton in the third game when I said to get him in there to end it, give it to. Remember, he went over and talked to all the guys, intimidate. That's it. Then that's what he did. But you know, it's a tough sport, like I said. But I would not. I will say it again. I would not have a mad dog sitting on the bench for only get on for 2 minutes. That's not, I will agree with that. I did that for a whole year one time, and it was the most embarrassing thing. Your family there watching, and you're sitting there, and the guy taps you on the shoulder, away you go.
Thing that I found really interesting is I don't care what anybody said except the guys involved. Like, you know who was kind of hurt, and you said it, I think you said it, Brendan Shanahan. You know, it's going to hurt him to hear you go at Brendan.
Yeah.
And what you meant was bar too high?
Bar too high. And, you know, he sent you an email, and it kind of hurt me a little.
Guess I'm no longer a fine broth of a lad, right?
Yeah, it kind of choked me up a little.
Yeah.
Anyhow, you broth of a lad, I think you set the bar too high. But I did it for a whole year. You should never, ever have a guy sitting. I had 4 20-goal scorers were my tough guys, and that's the way to do it. You know what? Wait a minute. I just want to finish on the fighting. Now, they always have the tough guy sitting in the middle. You ever notice that? The forwards go on, the defense go on, they have them sit in the middle. I refuse to sit in the middle like a stooge. I used to sit in the back. It's a tough sport. Fans like it. I still like it.
And here's the other thing. When I saw Stu Grimson say, well, show me where I said that substance abuse is a direct result, there was no link. You didn't say that. I want to make this perfectly clear.
Well, I wasn't going to say it.
And this is not to knock Jim Thompson either, because, Jim, you have every right to say what you think happened in your life, and, you know, good for you to carry.
Well, same as Nylon.
But it was just Jim who said it, not Knuckles.
No, I didn't say it.
Yeah, I want to clear that up for those two guys. They love you, and you love them. So
well, I do.
Yeah.
Grimson was pretty good on that Lansbury.
They were all good.
Lansbury was on that Lansbury show.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, he was better than me. Anyhow, let's go.
Well, and let's get one last word in on this that you wanted to present, and that is, okay, if you're going to change hockey and you're going to listen to everybody want to change hockey, and you go back to, we watched Chris Carpenter last night pitch a gem against
Chris
Roy
Carpenter
Halladay.
and Holiday. You're right. You got me on. I forgot all about it, and I was going to do this. Now, the one thing we do wrong, we change the rules time every month and everything. Ever notice baseball? You telling me this is fair? Watch the catchers right here. You telling me this is fair? They don't have a chance. Naturally, look at this. That's a runs right over him. Buck Martinez breaks his leg, and here comes a cheap shot. Rose hit Ray Fosse. I remember watching this. Ray Fosse was one of the best in the league. Now, this is just these series coming. You're telling me this is fair? You don't hear the media whining. Let's do something about the headshots. Oh, my. We got to do something.
Well,
Let's change the
they
rules.
might say that.
No, they don't. You never see it in the paper. I never see the paper once. They did it once, a little bit. But you don't see them changing the whole thing. You don't hear the guys on the booth saying anything like that. Watch this beauty. No chance. That's Laurie. Boy, did he have a good year. And I'm telling you right now, we changed the rules too much. That's a tough way to play the game. You don't go fooling with their sport like that. Even though it is a cheap shot, for sure, watch this. You don't go changing their rules every month. All right, that's enough of that.
Roberto Luongo, when Craig Anderson gave up the second goal, too deep in his net, the same thing that...
Yeah. You know what, really, I got to get this off my chest. All summer, I've been hearing in Calgary, they had funny commercials how bad Luongo was. He cost them the series. He played lousy. He played terrific. They had 2 goals in 33 power plays. After the second game, they were terrified. He's the guy that kept them in the game. If you look at all the games, sure, he got pounded in Boston, but he's the guy, and to blame him is absolutely ridiculous. When you have the Twins, and I'm not going to knock them, but they had 1 goal in 7 games, and you're blaming Luongo. It was not his fault, and it's not his fault right now when they're kind of going a little bit. 2
little treats for you. One, I forgot to tell you about this one, but your guy that you kept saying, if anybody's got any brains, they'll sign Sheldon Surrey. So we're going to show you last night he wonked one about 150 miles an hour that Jamie Benn turned into a big goal for Dallas.
Big mistake in Edmonton. Watch this here, Guy Hammer with this cannon. They should have worked this out, boy. I'd hate to shoot that. Way to go, Sheldon, boy. Here it is again. Overwatch this cannon. He can still shoot him. Just don't fight and break your hand again. Beautiful. Now, what's the other one?
Jamie Benn, just like Brett. Well, the other one you're going to really, this is for your Thanksgiving. Last night, Nick Lidstrom scored. I'm guaranteeing it for Maureen McCrimmon and the kids. Nice salute to Brad again. And Dean Brown said, now Lidstrom's going to end up with bigger numbers than Bobby Orr, and he brought up Ray Bourque, and he brought up Dennis Potvins doing the color on the Ottawa broadcast. And he said, so you guys must sit around and talk about it. I said, no, of course we don't talk about it. But if you're asking me who's the greatest, if you're trying to compare Nick Lidstrom to Bobby Orr, this is what I'll tell you. This is Dennis Potvin.
So here's what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
It's kind of like the music industry. There are the Beatles, and then there's everybody else.
And Nick Lidstrom is going to be a Beatle.
Bobby Orr is the Beatle, and we are everybody else.
Does that choke me up? And that's why, kids, I'm saying night after night, there's Dennis Potvin. I've seen them all, played with him in the 76 Canada Cup. That's why he's the greatest hockey player who ever lived, and all the players know it.
Don Cherry in the Coach's Corner on Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
Coach's Corner on CBC. Brought to you by Cheetah Power Surge Energy Drink. No caffeine crash. And that's no bull.